Hey there, and we are back with a 21-day English speaking course. This is day number 9, and on popular request, we've got you a pronunciation video. So I went on my community tab and I asked you for some words that you'd like me to cover in this video, and you poured in the suggestions. So I picked out the 21 words that you're probably mispronouncing or getting confused about. So let's get going. Hey there, this is Chetna and you're watching ChetChat, and we're talking about the 21 most commonly mispronounced words in English. And since this is an English speaking class, we're also going to give you some tips and techniques to help you pronounce similar words correctly. And let's get started with word number 1. Plumber, plumber, plumber. The British English pronunciation of this word is plumber, and the American pronunciation is plumber, plumber. The Americans tend to roll their R's. The plumber came to repair the leaky faucet. Notice that the B is silent in this word. There are several other words in which the B follows an M, and in those cases the B tends to be silent. For example, climb, tomb, thumb, numb. Can you think of any other words? Put them quickly down as a comment under this video. Desert, dessert, dessert. The emphasis is on that double Z. In fact, in British English pronunciation, the word is pronounced as dessert, and in American pronunciation, it is dessert. As usual, they roll their R's. My favorite dessert is chocolate brownie. And you're getting confused with another word that sounds the same, which is the Sahara Desert. And when you say desert, which has a single S by the way, the emphasis is on desert. Whereas when you're talking about a pudding or a cake, you're emphasizing on the double S, which is actually pronounced as a double Z, dessert. Separate or separate. There are two different ways to pronounce this word, and that depends on the part of speech that it is. So sometimes separate comes in as an action word, in which you're saying, let's separate the black and the white, for example. In that case, you're pronouncing it with 3 syllables, separate. But it's also sometimes used as a noun, in which we say, by the way, I have a separate video on nouns which you can go back and check up. And here you've said separate, separate. Example, you should keep a separate notebook for learning English vocabulary. And now let me share with you my top secret to improving pronunciation, listening to audiobooks. That is my favorite way to read because we're sometimes busy and we don't get time to sit in one place. So I love Storytel because they have a wide variety of books in about 9 regional languages that I can also listen to in offline mode. In fact, I recently read this book on Storytel by Chris Widener called How to Talk to Anybody, Anytime, Anywhere. And that gave me some great conversation starter ideas. And if you're a student and you don't have a credit card and you're wondering how to pay for Storytel, then they have made payments really easy. You can pay through Paytm or Google Pay. And what more, you can also share your book as a gift with any number of friends and they can listen to it for free. So if you've read an audiobook recently, put that down as a comment and share it with us. Wednesday? Wednesday. Wednesday. Notice the D in the middle is silent. There are some other words in English also where the D is silent. For example, handsome. Tuesday? Tuesday. Okay, how about you take a look at the word choose? And day, of course, combine it to say Tuesday. The second day of the week is a Tuesday. Career? Career. Career. Data science is a very popular career choice these days. In British pronunciation, we say career, and in American pronunciation, it is career. Again, the R at the end tends to get rolled. But the word that you're getting confused with is carrier, which is that metallic thing at the back of a cycle on which you carry something, a carrier. That's entirely different from this word, which is career. Government, 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 government. In British pronunciation, we say government, and in American English, they say government, government. The government is trying to help the farmers by introducing new loan schemes. Now notice V, government. V is a dental sound. A V sound is when you bite your lip with your top teeth. V. Very, very vicious. And a W sound is W. Water, wash hands properly, and world. Hotel? Hotel. Hotel. Just like you're telling somebody something, hotel. The Maharaja Hotel is the most expensive hotel in the city. Asthma? Asthma? Asthma. Asthma. In British English pronunciation, this word is pronounced as asthma. And in American English pronunciation, it is asthma. The pharmaceutical company has launched a new inhaler for asthma patients. Now notice the T is silent. And there are some other words in English as well in which the T is silent. For example, ballet, castle, listen, or whistle. Do you know any other words where the T is silent? Put them down quickly as a comment for us. Tuition? Tuition. Tuition. Notice the I in the middle of the word, and you need to pronounce that as an E very clearly. Tuition. And the Americans say tuition. The British say tuition. The student took a loan to pay for the hefty tuition fee at his college. Colonel? Colonel. Colonel. The emphasis is on the first syllable. Colonel. And this is in British English, they pronounce it colonel, and in American English, it is colonel. Notice that the first L is silent. There are some other words that have a silent L. For example, almond, salmon, walk, talk, calm, half. Do you know any other words where the L is silent? Can you put them down quickly as a comment? Vehicle? Vehicle. Now this has 3 syllables. Vehicle. Vehicle. During the lockdown, there are very few vehicles nowadays on the road. Vitamin? Vitamin. Vitamin. The British pronunciation of the word is vitamin. And remember, the V is a dental sound. It has to bite your teeth. Vitamin. And the American pronunciation is vitamin. Determine? It's not mine. It's determine. Determine. And the emphasis is on T. Determine. Now we need to determine how much English we've learned so far. So you can go back and watch the first 8 classes of this 21-day English speaking course to determine how much English you've learned. Vineyard? Vineyard. Vineyard. In British pronunciation, it is vineyard, and in American pronunciation, it is vineyard. Vineyard or vineyard. Immediately? Immediately. Immediately. As soon as the doorbell rings, Simbi immediately runs to see who's at the door. Immediately. This word you've specially requested for, and it has 2 slightly different pronunciations in British and American English. In British English, it is education. And in American English, it is education. There's a slight difference. In British English, it is education. Education. And in American English, it is education. Education or education. The government needs to invest more in education. Probably? Most probably? Probably. This word has 3 syllables. Probably. Probably. And most probably, by the end of this video, your English is going to improve manifold. Robot? Robo? Robot. Robot. The British English pronunciation of this word is robot, and the American pronunciation is robot. Robot. The restaurant uses a robot to serve food to its guests. Hair, heir. Prince Charles is the heir to the throne. In the British pronunciation, notice how the word is heir, whereas in the American pronunciation, it is heir. Heir. The R gets rolled. There are a few other words in English language where this first H is silent, like honest, honor, or ghost. And if you know any other words where the H is silent, quickly put them down as a comment right now. Cousin, cousin, cousin. I have a cousin who lives in London. In both British and American pronunciation, the word is pronounced the same way, cousin. And that's it for the 21 words. And meantime, do check us out every Friday at 4 p.m. and happy learning.